Okay, so sorry for my awful voice. I'm going on week 3 of being sick. So I still sound absolutely terrible. But September is over. It is the 1st of October, so time to wrap up what I read in September. I did DNF a book in September. Sad, I always hate to DNF a book, but it happens. Sometimes you just don't really vibe with a book. And then I finished 4 books, which is not a lot for me, but I was not feeling well. I was just in bed a lot, just really tired, really fatigued, and in quite a slump. So read a book for a book club, and the rest just for fun. One of them was for a video. So, yep, 2 were 4-star, 2 were 3-star, and 2 were ebook, 2 were physical. So, nice and even. We'll jump right on into it and we'll talk about them. So, first we'll talk about the book that I DNF'd. I DNF'd the book Cows. I DNF'd it around, I think, like 23% in. I was reading it on my Kindle. I thought it was going to be different than it was. I just really was not expecting it to be what it was. I just didn't really vibe with it. I'm thinking maybe I'll try it again another time, but not too hopeful on it. My expectations, I think, were different than what it turned out to be. So I was just a little bit disappointed. I was a little sad, but you know, it is what it is. There are other books out there. So I just kind of moved on to other things, and it's all right. It happens. So, yep, Cows was not for me, but we'll move on to our 3-star books. So both of my 3-star books were physical books. So I thought I had something on my shirt. My first 3-star book of September was Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I did a vlog reading that one, so maybe I'll figure out how to link it somewhere. I'll try to figure it out. It was a good book. It was very Hunger Games inspired, and I loved Hunger Games growing up, so it was a little nostalgic, but I was, I think, a little more hopeful, and that made my expectations a little bit higher, but it was cute. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say that I didn't say in my vlog, so I'm not gonna repeat myself a whole lot, but I also don't want to spoil a whole lot of stuff. My second 3-star book, which was also a physical book, was The Nature of Fragile Things, which I read for a monthly book club that I am a part of, and that one threw me for a loop. It is a historical fiction, which is not normally my thing. I'm not really a historical person, but it also incorporated a lot of things that I am normally very into, so that was really cool. But it got me a little bit mixed up sometimes, and it had a whole lot of plot twists. So I was a little bit confused about some stuff, and I don't know, it just didn't feel like a higher star book. I don't know. If you understand what I mean, you understand what I mean. Like, you can feel when a book is a high star book, and it just kind of felt like a 3-star book to me. I don't know. A book gives me feelings when I read it, and it felt like a 3-star book to me. But it was a good book. It was a good book, and I would recommend it. Usually anything from 3 stars on is a book I would recommend. So it was a cute book, and I would recommend it. So, yep, we'll move on to my 4-star books now. My first 4-star book was actually an ARC. Both of my 4-star books were ebooks that I read on my Kindle. The first one is an ARC. By the time this video comes out, it will be available, so I will link the book for you to buy in the description of this video. It is The World Beyond the Horizon by Angela Funk, and it is like a fantasy rom-com that's Alice in Wonderland inspired. And I absolutely love Alice in Wonderland. It was one of my favorite stories growing up, so I was super excited for this one. And I thought it was so cute. It included like talking about mental health and stuff like that, which if you have been watching my videos for a while, or if you know me, you know that that is something that means a lot to me. I am a psych major. I am in the psych field, so I care a whole lot about mental health and stuff like that. I'm actually going to grad school now to get my master's in psychology, so that's exciting. And I love it when books incorporate stuff like that, because it gives it a little bit more just awareness. And I really, really love that when we can add just like little pieces of that to books and show people that, like, even in our make-believe stories, it's okay to have like characters that feel the same way that we feel. I just really love it. But it was such a cute story, and I absolutely loved the characters. I loved how complex and simple the world could be at the same time. It was just so, so cute. And I cannot wait to read the arc for the second book when she finishes it. I'm so excited. And I already pre-ordered the first book after I finished the arc, because I wanted that physical book in my hands. So I did pre-order it, and I can't wait to have it. So excited about it. So definitely give it a try. But second 4-star book that I read on my Kindle was Ring Shout, which like confused me a lot. I was going to give it a 3-star, but then I like sat there for a while after reading it. I thought it was going to be a 3-star, and then I sat there just like holding my Kindle after I finished it, and I was like, I can't possibly give this a 3-star. But it didn't feel like, something about it didn't feel like a 5-star, but I was like, I don't know, like, it just like, I don't know, like, it gave me such weird feelings where like, I feel like it had cultural elements to it that like I would not understand. And I feel like because of that, maybe I would rate it differently. So I feel like maybe in a way I'm not giving it a proper rating, or I'm not giving it an accurate rating. But it was such a good book. Like, the way that it was written, like the language was amazing. You would expect that kind of language to be in like something you read for school, like a class, like a collegiate level class, in my opinion. It was so like higher level, and it had so many just references to certain cultural elements and backgrounds, and I thought it was just a beautiful story. But I do feel like I can't accurately rate it because of the cultural elements that are in it. So if you can relate to the cultural and background elements that are in that book, please let me know what you think of it. because I would love to hear that. But yeah, those were the books that I read this last month. Hopefully, October we'll read a bunch of spooky books. Hopefully, we'll read a little bit more. Hopefully, I'll feel better. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.